with your flag on your baju.
Yeah. This
Oh, you got to
shirt
do
I
with
also
something with
painted.
Mendekaman.
No. This is also an identity I created for my business, because branding. It's called branding lah. So I made my own, made this for myself lah, to wear for my work, because our companies. I'm still working. I'm still doing property very much.
Yeah, good, good.
So I am keeping up with the. So I put the shirt lah. This is a bit of branding lah of the thing. What's the time now? Huh?
3 more minutes.
3 more minutes. Uh, but anyway, I'm already live. I already went live, but never mind. You can see now on Facebook already. Huh? Can. Yeah? You can see?
Yeah.
There, already got. Okay. So I now want to, we can start now, Mohsin. Okay.
Okay.
So before I bring on Mohsin today, I would like to just give a few words from me. Uh, Welcome everyone listening today to our channel again, DOMCR current situation. I am Dominic Chandran. We are transmitting this from my trenches in the Bangsa. Thank God today the weather is very well. And today's topic, which actually I want to bring my very, very good friend or buddy, Mr. Mohsin Abdullah, is actually to touch on the topic of my generation, which both of us are from the same era. We want to encourage, anyway, it's up individualistic criteria, but we want to just share about how actually, um, after 55 or 60, how life is, and making a contribution to others, and keeping ourselves in a way in abreast with things in currently going on. So that's the purpose of today's topic. Is I want to share with my good friend Mohsin, who is actually been a very long established reporter, and actually face off today. He's actually my schoolmate. We go back, I don't know tell how many years, very long time. So I've been following him for so many years, as he's been a reporter reporting about everything which has been, I think, able to report. He started with, I think, one of the corporate reporting companies like New State Times or uh, and companies like that, Mail, and he was a reporter in the crime reporter. But as usual, most people after corporate life normally will retire. But Mokshin actually did the other way around, which is quite rare. He actually has been keep on writing, but today he doesn't anymore write for those corporate newspapers, but he writes more for the portals, and he's a freelance reporter. We will call him a honest reporter because he's not a normal reporter which writes what the news which we read in this normal newspaper, but he's been writing for telling out people, bringing out people's voices through the online and offline reports of his, which is the common ones, very popular ones like Free Malaysia Today, Malaysia Kini, and some political papers. And he has his own English portal on the Mysinchew newspaper website called Mysinchew. So he's been a very busy man. He writes about 10 articles, English articles a month, and about 8 Bahasa Malaysia articles for these. For I'm sure everyone has read some of his articles along the way, but today we're going to put a face to all these articles, and I would like to like you pick his brains or pick his mind of what has keeping him ticking for reporting the truth, being an honest reporter. So, Mohsin, Mohsin, are you there?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, before I start about Mohsin, I was want to share with you. Mohsin has actually now on a certain assignment. As currently, we were actually planned this talk a few days ago, and he was supposed to have scheduled this, but due to some announcement, of course, a very important announcement by our Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin yesterday, was called off to immediately make a response to that announcement, and he's been on call to keep abreast with what's happening currently in the news in Malaysia. So Mohsin has informed me in case he somehow made it, he squeezed out his article into Mysinchew, and he's made it for us here today. And he's been informed that in case there's any other major announcement, he will have to go offline. So that is the life of currently of Mohsin at 66. Okay, Mohsin,
Yes.
I hope I have not embarrassed you too much. Huh?
No, 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 no
Yeah. So,
embarrassment.
Mohsin, I was just saying, you have been a reporter for since you were in the corporate newspaper, and then suddenly
It's
after your
main.
retirement,
It's a
you are not a
mainstream
conformist
newspaper.
reporter. You have been a bit very outspoken through your website and through your portals and articles. You have actually have a very illustrious career so far. I see from your a lot of people have actually I'm sure read your articles, but have not known who is actually Mohsin Abdullah. Yeah, as when I did my research uh, to give a background of you, even though I know you for nearly 40 years, I find what I read was just maybe a tip of the iceberg of what actually you have actually accomplished and contributed to everyone. So, what was actually the? I would like to ask you. Yeah, let us know something about your career so far, Mohsin. What's your, how things have been in your side of the world?
No, nothing much. I mean, you covered a lot about me in
I
your
think we
opening
can't hear you.
remarks.
Can you put your speaker to the
Yeah.
your
Okay.
mouth?
Can you
Your
hear me now?
mouth?
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
covered a lot of ground in your opening remarks. So there's nothing much I can say. It's just that.
For a reporter,
It's
there
just that
can't be nothing much you can say. Ah,
a lot for me to
you
write
modest.
but not to say. anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
anyway, I I I I wouldn't say I'm that outspoken. I just write from the heart, the thing that I believe in.
Uh-huh.
That's the main thing. Right from the heart, the things that you believe in, and that's it. I don't see me being outspoken. I mean, there are a lot more. There are so many other writers, journalists who are more outspoken, who are more vocal than me. It's just that I write. I have my own style of writing. That's the thing. I just
Mhm.
write as I write. I do what I do. That's the thing. And at 66, I don't think I'll be slowing down unless some bad things happen.
Mm.
It's
Some
just
unforeseen happening.
exactly. It's just that I've always liked and respected Lee Kuan Yew, the late Lee Kuan Yew, and
Mhm.
I never forget this quote from him. Let me read it so that I don't misquote anything.
This quote.
Lee Kuan Yew once said, "Singaporeans would be healthier and happier if they worked for as long as they could. There should be no retirement age for workers." Second part is workers lah. Workers meaning people who work
Mhm.
in the factories
Mhm.
and all that. But the
Mhm.
first part is a general thing. Maybe you're not employed by companies or what, but you just keep on going on what you have been doing, or you do something new.
Mhm.
That is what I believe in. As for me, it's like, this time I got to bring in Mahathir's quote lah. He said like your body need exercise, muscles, your brain need exercise as well. So you you exercise your brain lah. I don't do much exercise. That's the thing. So I
Mhm.
just right, and I feel there's a need to meet people, keep on meeting people and talk, and young or old, and you can exchange ideas, or you can agree to disagree and quarrel and all that. It's just part of life. That's all.
Mhm.
So that's why I keep on doing what I'm doing. Yeah.
So you with basically after you left your basically you I would call the word left lah. Huh? You left for a certain reason of your previous full employment, huh? And I'm sure there were challenges when you being a outs, being an outspoken reporter. I'm sure there were been challenges when you shifted to something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
independent.
Right.
Huh? What would be some of those challenges? Because a lot of people want to do certain things, but in a way they're a bit frightened and worried about the what people normally is what Malaysian very concerned what others say.
Right.
So I'm sure you would have those kind of experience. What you can, a lot of people want to do things, but I'm hoping your message will your experience can encourage others, not to be concerned by this. What were some of these common things which you have
Well,
encountered?
I okay. I can only speak as a writer lah, as my own
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, of course.
Is that you know when I left the mainstream, which you call corporate, is actually the right word is mainstream
Yes.
media. Yeah. So the big problem was to find the right avenue for people, the right avenue and platform, which will which wanted to accept my writings. They're not so apart from the ones that you mentioned, which I've been try- I'm which I've always worked with them. Many of the mainstream thing wouldn't want to be associated, with this kind of perceived anti-establishment. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
use the
yeah.
word perceive. Yeah, I use the word perceive anti-establishment kind of writing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And they would like to be safe. They don't want to rock the boat. So
Mm-hmm.
I can fully understand that. No grudges.
Mm-hmm.
So the challenges that you were asking is just that. Let's find the people who want to publish my reports.
Mm-hmm.
And in this age of internet, you can do, you there's no control over this. So
Mm-hmm.
as a writer, we have choices. We can go. Company A don't want you, you can go to company B or C
Mm-hmm.
and D. So that's the beauty of internet lah.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from the fake news and all that, but the thing is, I managed to get people who, I wouldn't say subscribe to my idea, but who are open to my writings, who have no problem, no qualms about publishing my work.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am, and still doing it.
So you've been doing this kind of outspoken writing, doing what 10, 10, 12 years, huh? Since.
Yeah, even when I was working, when I was editor in chief in NTV 7 and TV 9,
Mm.
as you know, that is those two stations were under Media Prima.
Political.
Is-
Mm-hmm.
Media Prima is a UMNO link company. So
Mm-hmm.
even when I was working there, I used to write as well my own commentary
Thoughts.
pieces for Mysinchew and Mykini and all that. I used to do that while working. So,
Mm-hmm.
but not as often, of course, right? The priority was your own job lah. So
Mm-hmm.
after when I was asked to leave, or when I left NTV 7 in 2009, that's
Mm-hmm.
when I start. That's when I started writing this on a regular basis. Yeah, on a regular basis.
So the So I think you start with one, and then the report gets published, and then people read about it, and I'm sure slowly and over time your popularity grows, and the other portals start to pick up your messages, and then I guess from there they contact you, and then you start to going one after the other lah, for the because I see you write from every string
Yeah,
of portals already.
that's I don't know whether popularity is the correct word, but then yeah, when after writing your name gets mentioned here and then,
Mhm.
and then people would say, why don't you write? Or I myself approach some people, say, hey, I want to write for you, and then they say, oh, you're this so and so. Okay, fine, no
Mhm. They
question
know you,
asked.
huh? Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, so it helps,
Your
lah. It helps.
reputation, your reputation precedes you, and that's why today's
Ah,
talk is about who is Mohsin Abdullah. A lot of people only read your article, but they don't have a face to the article. It's,
yeah,
I'm
okay, but
privileged.
then yeah, I sort of, I don't know whether people want to know who is Mohsen Abdullah. Just a little bit, okay. You go overboard, people get cheese off. You say, what?
Uh,
What are you? Are you a celebrity? Which I'm not. So just 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 okay that we find.
no, I think you see comparatively, you look at our Malaysian style of I would not of PR. PR we call it. It's about all about, and comparatively to other, I think many of us are not. We are very bit, you little bit subdued.
Laid back, yeah,
Even
yeah,
though
something, yeah.
you conditioned ready to be subdued. Then I'm good lah, but I don't want to tell people I'm good. So we don't want to. We feel
Yeah, I can
not
understand that because
Malaysian lah. Ah,
right, I can understand that. You need at times you need to blow your own trumpet.
ah, you know.
If not you won't survive. Yeah, but then just do it nicely, not overboard. You know,
Yeah.
to the extent of pushing people away, rather than pulling in, you're pushing off without realizing it. That's the fear.
Yeah. Because, but you see, the on the other side, if you want to get people aware of yourself, you have to do some kind of branding, lah.
That's
Branding. You see,
branding is the word. Branding is the magic word.
branding. Branding. You have to do this kind of branding. Otherwise, you can. End of the day, somebody has got to see a. I believe you need to have a face to what whoever is writing the thing, because
Yes,
well,
that
basically,
I fully agree. You need to have a face when you're
you know.
writing, because that to me would be you're being accountable. You
Mhm.
believe in what you say. It's not,
Mhm.
you don't hide behind some fancy names and all that. And you whack
Yeah, yeah.
everybody, but people cannot criticize you. That's
Mhm.
the thing. So you put your face, you put your name, and if people agree with you, fine. People don't agree with you,
Mm.
fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
that's the thing. So you got to be
you just make,
accountable,
yeah, you
accountable
can't
on what you
be.
write.
So you are basically taking responsibility. This is your version, and how it's been interpreted. It is individuals' view lah, of
Yeah, that's
how it
right.
is.
Yeah,
You know, you see, like I know you for many years, but it's only the last only when because you're writing all the articles mostly coming on now online, that I've noticed that you have been you have contributed a lot of articles. I see the Age, and then you were in the this what is it, free Malaysia
yeah,
today, and then you have in Malaysia Kini, and I'm sure there are many others which I've not even come across lah. But these are the more popular ones. So even those articles, that branding itself still synonymous with your name lah. Once you mention few names, but so this is how actually branding actually connects things lah. This popular one you have there. You are if you are writing for them, automatically you are popular.
yeah, yes,
That's
definitely.
how
But
it
it
is.
works both ways. It works both ways because they need my name. I need their brand as well.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
so
how you
that
have
that
to.
brings a lot of credibility. When you say
Mm, mm,
I'm writing for one unknown portal
Ah,
or publication, and people get a bit, you know, start to think whether it's credible, can I believe, and
correct,
all
correct.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So it's all
that's
all these things play a part. So the
right.
other thing, the I was wanted to ask you very much here. You see, you please, if you would like to speak in Bahasa, also please feel free. I think it's good also if you can contribute some of your message in Bahasa. You have been you went to a normal similar school like mine, which is a English speaking school. Did and then you also those days in our school, few Malays were in the class lah. Huh? Only
Right.
we were mostly mixed, huh? But few Malays were in the class. I think did you being in an English school or and our influence play a part in the way you speak today? You think so, or because today everybody is conformed to a different kind of I think different type of condition, which is producing like certain type of certain standard type of quality of persons lah. Whereas our time, if you notice our school, our class, our year, the variety of people came out. You know,
Yeah.
I think
That's right. I mean,
you feel, I feel, there was some kind of influence there
influence.
because of the
Yeah.
condition. Huh?
Definitely influence. I mean, let's go straight to the thing, right? Is we are talking
Yeah.
about Saint John's lah. Huh? Our school is
Uh-huh.
Saint John's, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. There also
during
others
our
also lah.
Saint John's then, it's not it's it's not Saint John's now, right? Okay,
Uh,
we get that out of the way. So our Saint John's, let's say our
oh yeah,
Saint
yeah.
John's,
Uh,
yeah, it influenced the way I talk, the way I behave, the way I mix around with people.
uh,
Because like you said, there were so many of us there of all religion, faiths, races, and all that. And then, but then we've never called ourselves Malay, Chinese, Indian, and all that.
yeah,
We
yeah,
call
yeah.
ourselves. We don't even call ourselves. I mean, we don't even refer ourselves as Malaysian
Any of
first.
the any of the thing,
We call us Johannnians. We are
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Johannnians. Then come
Uh,
Malaysian.
uh-huh,
That kind of
uh-huh.
thing. So that was a good thing that happened to us, right, Dom?
Mm, mm,
To us and our classmates and our seniors and juniors and all that. But
mm,
so it influenced, as far as I'm concerned, it influenced the way I talk, the way I behave, the way I
mm,
mix around, and I
mm.
pass it on to my children. I'm happy to say that my children do not are not bound or
Long, uh-huh.
by taboos and by
Mm, mm,
restrictions and all that.
mm.
So we mix freely and respect
So
each other's
yeah,
space.
be- because like in my business, in our sales and marketing business line, which I've been involved for most of my life. I also was in a ways in a way restricted lah, because of certain it's all about conditioning in our school and our family, which when we want to do marketing and sales, it becomes very very challenging because you have certain beliefs which really inculcated inside, and until you can break these beliefs or change the belief pattern and this reconditioning that is able to overcome lah, the whatever the business or things like that. So everybody in school we were conditioned. I think without realizing lah. But over time, once you realize it, then only I think when you understand, oh, this conditioning was like this, then you come up certain way. You operate in a certain way. Once you change the conditioning or readjust your conditioning, then like today, a lot of us are conditioned by the environment already. So like you, I noticed you also have. I mean, you didn't get conditioned easily. You still kind of like challenge lah. To keep. You didn't submit to
Yeah,
the thing. You are a minority lah, I would say. you know, keep going.
though I
So
mean
I.
I've always believed in just pushing the envelope lah. That's the
Yeah.
right thing to say like push. But you push. This is you can't be pushing the envelope the same way you push elsewhere. And this
Mm,
is our country. We got our own rules and all that
mm,
kind of thing.
mm, mm,
So just do what you can do. Without being overstepping things and all that. The
Yeah,
best
yeah.
that you could do, maybe the things that I do. You talk to somebody from America, they say, "What you're doing is nothing, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the fight for freedom, so to speak, so to speak, is different in here or elsewhere. It all depends on where you are. So for us, there are rules which yeah, you got as citizen, you got to abide by it, right? But then you got to know how to play it nicely without getting into trouble.
Mm.
Of course,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
especially as a
So,
writer, especially as a writer. So you walk a thin ice, right? You walk on
mhm,
thin ice, a thin line, just to
mhm,
make sure you don't fall. Without compromising your what you believe in, your beliefs, your principles, and all that.
mhm.
That's that, that's what I always believe in.
So the other thing you have, how do you keep yourself busy so much? You're writing like 15, 20 articles a month. How you
That's
what kind
busy
of
enough,
like,
isn't it?
yeah, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. How you keep yourself so busy with like 20 articles a month, and then sometimes you got this like impromptu one come up, and then you have to do another one on top of that. You
Yeah,
how you manage all this research and stuff like that?
yeah.
Huh?
The thing is this. The thing
And
is
plus,
this.
you are self-employed. Consider you
The
are another self-employed person, no?
Yeah, I am. I am.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I of late, not of late. I used to write a lot on other matters as well, but for the past few years, it's all about politics, lah, right?
Mhm.
And in our country, there's no one day
Mm.
when you're free of politics. Every damn thing would be politics, this, politics, that,
Uh,
and all that.
uh-huh.
So as far as things to write, I have a lot to write about. You know, so you got to choose which one is which is current, or which appeals to the people, or which your writers your readers would want to know, or would benefit, in my opinion, would benefit readers and all that.
Mm.
So that itself is enough to keep me busy, right? And of course,
Mhm.
you need to do some research and all that. Fine, and you need to talk a lot of people as well. That's why I said
Mm.
it's no point that like writing 100% your own opinion. You can have
Mm.
50% right your own opinion, or 60%, but at least 40% would be other people's opinion. People in the know, people who are involved
Mhm.
in the
Mm.
game, politicians, people
Mm.
who are political observers
Mm.
or analysts. They know all this. So it's good that's why I always make it a point to have their opinion as well in my articles. It's not just
Mhm.
100% Mohsin Abdullah's opinion. At times people don't care about what you feel. They want to know an
But
overall picture.
others. Mm. So
That's
how do
where,
you do
yeah.
that with you have to basically like a reporter, you go around making an appointment to
Yeah, you got to meet people, and then when
meet
you
them
want to
and
meet
then
people, right? So when you want to meet people, so it's up to you
mm.
to find the right time. They will give you the time, and you can't say that, I want to, like, say I want to meet you, right? And then you say, okay, tomorrow. Then I say I can't
Mhm.
make it tomorrow. No, it's
Mhm.
that won't
Mhm.
work.
Mhm.
So I just adjust to your schedule, not you adjust to my schedule.
Mhm.
Simply because I want to talk to you. It's not the other way around, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So that,
correct, correct.
yeah. So before this pandemic and all that, is our restriction SOP and all that. I used to go out
Mm.
and meet them over coffee,
Mm.
or.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
nowadays it's all on telephone. Yeah, either
Mm.
you personally, when you talk, conversation,
Mm.
or messages, WhatsApp, and all that lah.
Mm.
That's how you get information. And then
So now
whether
you got to use technology to go.
yes, definitely
Mm. Mm.
technology. You
So
got to
what?
live with technology. You got to adjust yourself, and especially at our age, things are
Mm.
moving so fast, and we struggle to use all these kind of gadgets. I got
Mm.
no choice. I get my children to help me out, with all this,
Mhm.
with all this
Mhm.
internet thing and all that.
Mhm. Very good.
Yeah, because the young people are so well versed in all this. So you got to help.
Mm.
You got to ask for help. Lucky for me, my
Ask for help,
kids.
huh?
If the kids are not around, you got to help. You got to ask for
Ask for
some
help.
other people who are younger than you. Fine, no problem with me.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how
You
you
see, like
adjust.
coming up to the technology side, which you are now mentioning about telecommunication to these gadgets. You see, like 20 over years ago, so I think maybe already we could see things were shifting. Every industry has been affected, has been impacted, has been rippled, has been some have even just moved out. Lah. So like taxi drivers were always confident of being in the taxi business, but today you have Grab and you have so many other kind of options because of the technology. So I think, but I see like even every business, even myself, marketing business also same. You have to be very technology savvy. So I can see also the papers also, mainstream media, off-stream media, online media, all going also online. Uh, so I'm sure the readership of the papers have also kind of gone down. People mostly reading online,
Yeah.
and I think the papers took a long time to actually shift. Lah. My opinion, they took a long time to shift. Very stubborn, or maybe stubborn one to hold on to until you know until now.
No, but they do have their own uh, online
Yeah,
online
yeah.
publication. Yeah,
Uh,
apart from because they are traditionalists. People who love this paper. They got to hold it. They got to feel it. You know.
uh, uh,
Yeah.
uh.
Yeah.
So
But then
the technology has also shaken your industry, the media industry.
definitely, yeah, definitely, yes.
So how did you like for you? I think you said you got your family now for your younger children to help you, lah. But in the beginning time, I think the training from working in the environment, working in the corporate was already helpful, lah. You could adjust from then on,
Yes, yes. It
huh?
helps. Yeah, it helps. Yeah.
From then
Because
on, lah.
yeah, adjustment is very important, especially as you grow older, you got to adjust more. It's just like playing football. You want to play football at this age, you can't be playing like when you were 20 years old. But still, you can play.
Mm.
Maybe you just kick the ball here and there without running a lot, but you still play. So you
Mm.
just adjust. That's the most
You see,
important thing.
like last time we want to have a chit chat like this, we have to meet each other face to face, lah. I
That's
mean, we have
right.
to call you what. But today with this technology, yeah, we can I can have this live streaming with anyone, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, so and it's effective, cost
That's
effective. But I think many companies are still holding on to the traditional method or other. Uh,
but many are going along this technology thing.
mm,
Even without all these facilities, there can never be this work from home thing.
mhm.
You just imagine this pandemic happened years ago. People will be locked in the houses
House.
without working at all. So
Mhm,
now you don't have to go to the office, but you get work done. Yeah.
mm.
So of course there's also the other extreme of people losing their jobs. That's why yes, that's another sad thing lah. But
But you
technology,
got to adjust, lah. There's all these new openings, lah. Like I think the reporters also have been in a way shaken. Those who I think would want to adjust themselves and pick up uh,
but I think
new.
the media overall, everybody has embraced this technology and all that. If not, we would have been wiped out long ago.
Mm,
The challenges will be great now, because everybody can report. People with a handphone, with a camera there, and matter of matter of minute, matter of seconds, things happen, and it's all
mm,
over the cyber
world.
jaya,
Cyber,
you know,
yeah. Ah,
cyber jaya, all over the thing. So that's the beauty as well as the ugly of it, lah. Sometimes it's
you
nonsense,
can't
and
you can't you can't decipher which is the fake one and which is
right, right. And
the
people
truth,
can
lah.
use visuals of somewhere in one
Mm, mm, mm.
one part of the world and say it's here it's in our country in your own backyard when upon checking and then you see that no it's not here and it happened about 3 years ago that kind of thing. But but that's the challenge that is we are all facing, not only the media, we are faced with that one lah. That's why this fake news and all that is thriving. I would say people love to, I don't know why people love to do this kind of thing. But but the thing is, when long ago before all this, there was this culture of in Malaysian politics lah, there's this
Uh-huh.
culture of poison pen letters,
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Our time.
in Malaysia. Yeah, they call surat layang and all that lah.
Mhm.
Because of so and then that's one. Then rumors, people talk about rumors by mouth, spread of rumors by
Berkembang angin.
mouth. Yeah,
Ah.
because a lot of people believe that because the media themselves at that point of time were were seen as not telling the truth, hide this and hide that, because of
Mhm.
regulations and government and all that, right?
Mhm.
That's the truth, lah.
Mhm.
So because of that, people start to believe in rumors, right?
Mhm.
So, but now, but the irony is that now there are more freedom as far as, I mean, maybe the government won't give you that freedom, but you have that avenue to do things with all this online publication and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that despite all that freedom to tell the truth,
Express.
so to speak, to
Mhm.
express and
Mhm.
all that. But still, there are a lot of people who go and who cherish all this fake news thing. So I mean, sometimes you don't know whether it's fake or real. Fine, but there are things which when you see or when you read, you would feel inside. It's like this can't be true. It's like it's too
Mhm.
good to be true or that kind of thing. And yet
It's
people
too.
they want to believe. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I think it's also because to read every day the same thing, it becomes convincing lah. That's why people like you still need to.
yeah.
I always required to keep that balance. You know,
Yeah.
the
The sad part is
balance.
this, okay? When this allegation, let's say I allege that Mr. A, I put his picture there,
Mm,
photograph of him,
mm,
and I say the things that he did not say. Let's say
mm,
Mr. A is against Islam. If
mm.
he comes into power, I will demolish all mosques.
Uh-huh.
Put it there, and people straight away believe, which is sad because assuming Mr. A really felt that way.
Mm, mm, mm,
Wouldn't it be stupid of him to announce it openly? So that
mm,
kind
mm,
of thing, you got to question yourself before accepting all kind of rubbish lah. You got
mm,
to
mm,
think and ask yourself, is this logical? I
mm,
mean,
mm.
let's say if I'm against some
Some
culture.
belief lah. Mm, mm,
Yeah, so I wouldn't let it out until I get power. Why should I
mm, mm.
expose everything? So that's
Mm.
the thing which sadly people love to, or maybe
Get taken up.
people, no, people, yeah, people believe what they want to believe.
Mm, mm, mm.
You know, no
Because
matter what you say,
that's how
this
that's what you call a
people
influencer
look
person lah.
look for the narrative. That's the narrative. Believe in
Mm,
what you want to believe. That kind of thing, which is sad lah. But then we are off topic already. Okay.
mm, mm. But I guess that's why I mean, it's all about how we are all conditioned over time. I mean, everything, once what you said, today, if you read every day the same that kind of story, automatically you tend to ask questions. Maybe possible, because the evidence they fabricated the story so nicely and so convincingly, you tend to believe because that is very hard to decipher facts and uh, myth,
Lies.
myth lah. Yeah, yeah.
Falsehood.
So
Falsehood.
uh, that's why all these things come up all the time, and then take up a lot of times contemplating and dabbling, and in the end we form opinion, and then we act on the opinion, and that's how actually things go on lah. Things go on. But anyway, this is all how. That's why people like you, I said again, just now, you need to have a balance. People need to see both sides of the story lah, both side of the story, and of course use your own judgment in the same time. But
That's right.
unfortunately, the upper hand always got some kind of force lah. If you don't control that force, uh, then we all be just look at what they say, monkey see, monkey see, monkey do lah, without using our actually our own analogy of things lah. So the like you have been, I mean, these things happen everywhere, like whereby people are influenced by certain conditioning to do things which are sometimes abnormal. Also, that's how it goes. Lah. It's how much your word, the power of words, play a part in the in things lah. So what your pen, what you write, Mohsin, very very important, no? Because it
Yeah,
changes people's life.
it is. But then you got to strike that balance. People are saying Malaysian don't like to read, but
Aha.
yeah, to an extent, yes. But I don't. But people do read. Of course, the younger
Mm,
people don't like to read. They do read,
mm,
but what kind of things that they read? That kind of thing.
mm,
But as I see it, this is my own thing.
mm,
Just you just write even on heavy subject. You try to write it lightly without undermining the seriousness of the issue.
mm,
And I'm not saying this is the correct way, but this is what I do. I write it that
mm,
the way that I write, and try to make it not too lengthy. People will just, if it's too long, they skip it halfway, or just skip paragraph, take paragraph two, after that go to paragraph six, and then lose everything is out of context.
mm,
So
mm,
that is as for people like me. But like I said, this is not a hard and fast rule kind of thing. Everybody has got their own style of writing.
mm.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I believe in that is the way. Some other people would have another method, which is nobody's right, nobody's wrong. Just do it.
Correct, correct. That's the only thing you have to have your own conscience to take up what is right and what is wrong. Lah. Your own self have to come up with your own kind of
Yeah, that's what that.
conclusion. Lah, no?
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what when I that's what I meant when I said from the start. Write with your heart. You feel it right with the heart.
but some it's easier said than done. Lah. Sometimes people are right because of the like you have got a your own belief. Huh? You write what you feel is correct. But a lot of people, I think, they were right because what they've been told to write, you write lah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think that is
true.
a different
But
different
I must
category of
admit,
people also lah.
I must admit, under current circumstances, under the present thing situation, or even few years back, but like I said, we are in this country with their own rules and regulation, rightly or wrongly, whether you agree or not. But the reality is that, so even myself, I admit that I do pull back punches, censor a few things, and not to not to distort things, try to soften it a little bit at times, because I feel that way. And of course, my style of writing. I mean, if you have followed my writing, it's just that there's no too hard a bash. You want to bash, yes, but not too hard. I mean, not to the extent of sounding emotional. Then people will say you're not rational anymore. You're letting anger to
Anger,
control
yeah,
your
yeah.
writing. Yeah, so that wouldn't that would deserve that would defeat the purpose of writing in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion
So
again.
the yeah the so you have been writing mostly all political. What was the most, I would say, the most nail biting topic or area which maybe you can recollect back was your pace area where you feel shaken
There
and
are
you feel,
a lot
huh?
of example lah. There are a lot of things which I can't recall offhand, but this one I got to tell you. Yeah, this one
Mm, mm.
because it involved our our schoolmate, my classmate.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, it is about May 13. May
Uh-huh.
13. I was
Okay.
writing for the Age then, the Age Financial Daily. The paper is
Mm,
no more already. The Age is there, but
mm,
that Age Financial Daily is not there anymore. Anyway, I
mm,
was writing in conjunction with anniversary of the 13th May. I can't remember 20th or 30th anniversary. I can't remember, but it was
Mm-hmm.
anniversary. So
Oh, that's long time ago, 20th anniversary. Now already 50 years
yeah,
plus.
maybe yeah, I can't remember, but it
Uh,
happened around. I think it happened around 2012. I think 12, 13, something
2012.
like that. Yeah.
Uh, uh-huh.
Mm. Anyway, so it was a two-part series,
Uh-huh.
about May 13.
Uh-huh.
So my storyline was, storyline was, I have these friends, Chinese, who were
Mm-hmm.
victims of May 13, who nearly died. House got burned by a group of Malays and all that. I'm not saying all Malays. I'm saying a group of Malays during that May 13 incident. So
Mm-hmm.
I was writing that because both of them were our classmates. So I was writing about them. Part one, okay. The second part, which
Mm-hmm.
one of our friends was telling me, he suspect it was planned, this kind of thing. It got nothing to do with race. It was also about politics, and he mentioned no involvement and
Mm-hmm.
I wrote about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Pemuda UMNO got very angry with it, and
Mm-hmm.
then it triggered a sort of a domino effect lah. This fellow angry, everybody angry. Pemuda want him
All
die
got
and
upset.
everything. Got
Uh,
upset, and then the Home Ministry called up Age,
mm.
and of course I was called up lah. I called up
Uh-huh.
to Putrajaya and explain and all that. So I was
Mm.
luckily
Mm.
luckily I was accompanied by my bosses, my two bosses.
Mm-hmm.
When we put out our case, my I
Mm.
said the original thing was my attention was my storyline was, this I wrote this story just to say these two Chinese gentlemen,
Mm.
despite experiencing all those things,
Mm.
those things,
Mm.
sad and all that those things, but they never hated the Malays as a community. They were
Mm-hmm.
angry with those Malays who were in the mob. That Malay
Mob.
mob which attacked their house.
Mm-hmm. The
They were not
specific,
right. They were
not the
not talking
overall
about
group.
the entire
Mm.
Malay race. That is the
Mm-hmm.
thing. That's the beauty of it. Despite being
Mm-hmm.
that, they never stopped being my friends. They never
Mm.
stopped. There's one of them
Mm.
went up the corporate ladder and to become on a big GM and all that. When his company had to take in people, he interviewed some Malays. He took it in based on merit. He don't
Mm-hmm.
care whether you're Chinese, Indian or what. But then,
Mm.
if you're good for the job, you're good for the
Mm.
job. So what I was trying to say was no bad feeling beside despite despite
Mm-hmm.
the
What
experience,
happened?
right? It's all those bad experience,
Mm.
no bad feelings. That was the crux of the thing of my story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But some people just want to take a small part of it, and blow it
Uh,
out of proportion without saying the whole
they want to
thing.
keep a grudge, lah. Something to
Right. And then
triggers.
I tell, but to the credit of the Home Ministry officials at that time,
Mm-hmm.
they accepted that explanation. That's why
Mm-hmm.
we didn't there was no further action against us except for stern warning and that kind of thing lah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, but on so that would be one of the
Highlight.
things that I wouldn't forget lah for the rest of my life.
Mm.
That kind of thing.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, these are, I mean, something which happened in our careers everywhere. We never forget, lah.
Yeah, true.
So your life has been. You also were doing. Before you go, I want to talk about the book. But before the book, I want one more thing. I want to ask you. When you were when you started your reporting, you were in the crime section,
Yeah, crime desk they call it. Yeah, you cover only the crime.
crime desk.
Yeah.
So that time,
That time I was with
quite
News
dangerous.
Six Times.
Huh?
That was fun at that time. At that time I was
Fun,
with
huh?
News Six
I would
Times.
think
Yeah.
dangerous.
No,
Huh?
no, we don't. Because you meet a lot of people. I mean, you make friends with a lot of police officers and all that. So okay.
Ah, so
At that
you
time,
fairly with the police.
yeah, Botak Chin was at his prime that time.
Botak Chin, ah? Oh,
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was.
know whether the younger generation know what
They
Botak
wouldn't
Chin
know.
was all about.
They wouldn't
Ah,
know. So
they
if
wouldn't
any
know.
young people are watching this, I say please Google.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Please
Only people
Google.
like us
Everything
who
is
are
there.
young about that, you remember. Yeah.
So that was fun. Yeah, nice.
So
Of
you
course.
were one of the reporters for the crime of when they were that during that time lah. Botak Chin.
Yeah, but the problem with not problem. The big challenge of being a crime reporter then as well as now, I think.
Ah,
You are expected to know everything that happened. You know,
mm,
I mean, there's a robbery day there. You got to know. If there's a murder
uh-huh.
here, you must know. So that's why you need to build your contacts with the police
Oh,
very
I see.
closely. That
Uh,
is the thing. And make it worse is that your rival paper, let's say you're working for an States Times, your rival
uh,
would be the Star. The
uh.
Star have that story and you don't, you're in deep trouble, man.
Oh, I
So
see.
your editor will whack you like left and right, upside and so everywhere. So how
Uh,
did you miss and all that? When I was in
uh,
Bernama,
mm,
National News Agency, I was doing crime and I
uh,
missed one big story which States Times
uh,
carried.
uh,
And then my editor kept on asking why. What do you mean? I said I checked. This year I went to here. At that time nothing was happening. And then, but he kept on asking, what do you
uh,
mean? Why? And I didn't know what to answer.
mm.
I said his name was Rajan. I said, hey
Uh,
Rajan, I'm not God.
uh,
I don't know. I'm not God. I'm just a human being. And he kept
uh,
quiet. Let me
oh,
go. To
uh,
that extent, you just don't know what to say anymore. Just say, yeah, you're not God.
mm.
Yeah, God, yes, you know
Pressure.
everything.
Pressure where you was anticipate where the crime going to take place. But anyway, I
That's
think
right.
the yeah, thanks. That was a very I was something always I like to inquisite about lah. Okay, so before we let you go, Mohsin, in case you got other things, I want to I was very impressed by your well, you have been talking a lot about politics because that is your forte of reporting. That you have at our age, I'm surprised and shocked, or rather baffled how you have started not learn a book, you written an ebook, man. Uh, at
Yeah.
this
The thing
age,
is this.
I don't know our age people know what's an ebook also. Uh,
They
maybe
do, they do.
they do,
Yeah.
huh?
After some struggle, they do. Because I get a lot calls, so many calls from people our age saying, how the hell I buy this book? And
Ah,
the thing, and there are some people who say, I'll buy this, but you please sign your autograph. I said,
ah,
this is an ebook. How do I sign autograph on an ebook?
ah, ah,
Just to show they are not familiar with this. But the thing is this, I've always wanted to write a book,
ah,
on whatever
I
topics
think it's
I
about
like.
time.
So, but then finally, I never got to really do it lah. Never got
Mm,
down to do it.
mm,
Finally, my son-in-law said, "Hey, I'll compile all this,
mm,
the things that you wrote, uh, already written,
mm,
already published articles on
mm,
on the pandemic, on the political
mm,
stories, on the political things that happened during the 1 year of the pandemic, meaning from
mm,
February last year
mm,
until March this year."
mm,
So he
mm,
compiled it and
mm,
said, let's publish this.
mm,
I said, okay, but of course, this is not new in the sense that the articles have been published before.
mm,
And there are some people who say when you compile everything of previous published articles and put into
mm.
the book, some people would say that it's not a real book, you know. But there are
Oh,
people,
I see.
yeah,
Ah,
they say it's not real. You just take your own. Yeah, it might be your own work, but it has been published
mm,
before. So
mm,
they say it's not a real book. It's not a book per se. But there are
mm,
people who say, including Samad Said, the great Samad Said.
uh-huh,
Yeah, he said no. A book is a book. It's your work, and you compile it.
mm,
It just to give an overall view, because when you wrote it, it was done over a period of time. So you just give a overall situation kind of thing, uh, put in a sort of a capsule, and
mm,
put like, so it is a book. I said
mm,
okay. I said fine. I go along the second one, of course, right?
mm,
So I've always wanted to do that, but I never got to doing it until my son-in-law published it earlier this year.
Mm.
But the original plan was to publish a
Hard
traditional book,
copy.
yeah, hard copy. But then
Ah.
there's this pandemic, and
Mm.
then with strict what do you call this MCO and all that. I
Mm.
spoke with one or two uh,
Publishers.
publishers, and they say the timing is off. The timing is off.
Mm. Timing. Okay.
Yeah, the timing is off.
Mm.
The printers are not in operation. Even
Ah.
bookshops are closed at that time, lah.
Mm.
Blah, blah, blah,
Mm.
blah.
Mm. Mm.
So
Mm.
it won't go. So you got to
Mm.
wait until
Mm.
things gets better and all that. So I said, and wait
Mm.
until when? There's no guarantee, of
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
You don't know when. You can't wait until you
Mm.
can. I can't be waiting, because
Mm. Mm.
you don't know. You don't know if there's a target
Yeah, yeah.
deadline.
Mm.
Like, okay, it's November, everything will be fine. Fine. So
Mm.
you don't know. So I said, okay, the only way is ebook. You can
Mm.
and a lot cheaper as well.
Mm.
so
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm.
so that's how I produce this ebook, and
Mm.
I got a Singapore publisher to do it. So he
Okay.
suggested that because the ebook would be most of the people would read on the phone, on the phone,
Uh-huh. Mm.
smartphone and all that. So
Yeah.
he suggested break it up, break the book. It's a 200 over 270 pages book lah.
Okay.
So
Mm.
break it up into five. He call it series or series.
Mm.
It's in Malay, by the way. It's in Malay. So it's series
Oh,
satu,
Malay.
series
Okay.
dua, series tiga, and what.
Mm.
So
Mm.
so because by that way, people it's easy on the eyes of your readers.
Mm. Mm.
You know, not too long and all that. That's one. And then as a marketing strategy, I don't mind telling marketing strategy. You
Mm.
can sell it cheap. You can sell it
Mm.
cheap
Mm.
at RM8. It's a bargain, man. It's a killer.
Mm.
RM8
Yeah, yeah.
for everyone.
Very good,
Yeah.
very
So
cheap. I mean, not a very attractive
I
price, lah. Not a cheap,
mean,
attractive price.
right. So
Mm.
so the series one is already we have already launched it. So by
Mm.
next week, God willing, series two will be out lah.
Okay.
So it's on until series number 5. We think of some
Okay.
other topics to do.
Mm. So
So that's it.
the fantastic, fantastic Mohsin. You know, I am privileged to have here you wrote this book lah, ebook,
Thank you.
because
Thank
I
you.
also wanted to talk only writing, still not just start with one pen to the uh,
Thank
one word to the
Yeah.
paper yet. You know,
Just one more thing
but
before I
I
forget.
think
It's just that if anybody would like to purchase the book,
ah,
information, I won't give it here. I mean, I
please if
appreciate
you
if
can, no problem, it's okay.
no, it's okay. It's just that
Mm,
the details will be in my Facebook page, Mohsin Abdullah. Everything will be
okay,
there. Easy. That's it.
all right, yeah. Okay, I will put that up in the in my description. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
the basically how the book this is only the first would say your first part of a
Attempt.
series of book. First,
Yes.
yeah, but
First one. Yeah.
I mean first part of a series of
5.
books. I think what I want to say is actually our Malaysian politics will keep you very busy.
Definitely.
Huh?
Definitely.
It will keep you very busy to have a lot of series. I think you've got a very good topic to keep you, keep people reading about. Lah.
Yeah.
Hope and
I
I'm
hope I can
sure,
get the buyers as well.
yeah, I'm sure that once the speed picks up, there's like those days we had the program called Patent Place, or Dallas.
Yes.
People
Yes.
love to
Yes.
watch the next
Yeah.
series. So like yours, or now they look. I don't know. Now I heard they watch Korean drama. So your
That's
book
right.
could be one of those kind of series where they're
But
looking for the next
yeah, but Korean
next thing.
drama or Dallas or what? At the end of each episode, mostly there'll be a cliffhanger. So people will have to watch the next one. They leave something
Uh-huh.
hanging there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the suspense is there, so you got to wait. Like look at
So yours,
like
you,
Dallas. Dallas will look at that poster which they said who shot JR or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they close it at the end of the season. So everybody had to wait for 3 months along the something like that, for the new season. It's a beautiful, well thought strategy. They crafted it nicely.
So that one when those days we used to watch that group come back from I don't know where we
Yeah.
were even school also I remember those patent plays we will come back and watch that program. Anyway, so Mohsin, I thank you for your 1 hour we have given us.
Yeah.
I
And thank
wish
God there's no interruption.
yeah no thank God I mean maybe it's at least given us the time to actually have some time with you. And I would like to ask you also any message we want to talk to people our age. Don't give up lah.
Yeah, that's it. Just do what you got to do.
Get
That's all. Keep
get
on going. Keep on
spend a
going.
lot of time in our life. Huh?
Keep on doing what you want to do at your own
Huh?
pace. That's it.
Huh? And because I think our generation 65, 66 actually consider very very past already lah. I'm hoping through this talk show we will jolt up more of this kind of era of people with so much experience to actually come and share their challenges and experience to give encouragement to the younger generation who are also going to retire sometime. Because I've seen so much now. People 55, 60, if they don't start doing something, life, this kind of things come up one more time, come up in front of them. It's not. It's a bit hard. Like myself, also in '97, when I was having a financial crisis, I also was about. Uh, I think that time I was really quite nearly 50. And because of that challenge, I was able to overcome. This time, the this time one coming again, quite okay. But those who are in the 40s now, with this kind of challenge coming up now, I feel it's going to be a bit of a challenge. That's why I hope these messages we are sending out to people will give hope, not to give up. There's always some door opening for somebody as long as you look hard enough and look up to the people like us to give them encouragement. So, Mohsin, I hope we had a enjoyable time. And any last message or mentor you would like to thank before you before we leave you today? I'm sure you had a mentor. Mentor you looked up
Many.
to when you
So to be to
many.
be to be fair, to be fair, I can't be mentioning one by one. No, they
No,
know. I
yeah, at
mean,
least one like one or two.
yeah, a lot of people actually. It's like people like a lot of people like who give me encouragement. Not only mentor, family give you love, and that's important. Your family must be with you. The support that they give you is really is much appreciated.
Mm,
Especially
mm, mm.
especially for me, I've done things through my writings which made my family, I wouldn't say suffer, but they had
Shaken.
they felt the
Tremors.
the spill off, like, so to speak.
Was that?
So
Was that?
the spill off.
Spill off. Okay, okay. The tremors.
Yeah.
Uh, the aftershock.
So okay, that's all I got to say. Thank you for having me in this show. Wishing you all the best. Take care, man,
Thank
and
you. Thank
hope to
you.
do this again.
Sure, sure. I will look forward to give it a bit
Sure.
more time. I'm
Yeah.
sure in the next 2 weeks, some more things
We
will unravel in our country, and we will love
uh,
to hear from you,
hopefully
lah.
hopefully new good things
Huh?
to
Yeah,
unravel in this country.
whatever happens,
Yeah.
we will always have something good, lah. Silver lining always come out.
That's
Okay,
right.
Moksin,
Okay, thank you very much.
I will leave you for a while. Huh? We'll catch
All
up
right.
again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very
Bye
much. Huh?
bye.
Bye bye. So, ladies, subscribe. I would love to ask one special favor today because I keep forgetting this. I would love to get more encouragement from all the people listening and viewers who are listening because many of you listen after this show is gone. So, after listening, please love to you to subscribe and share this channel, okay? Because I really want to make this channel popular to and all I ask you is to have you to subscribe and share this channel so that people out there can hear these messages from here, and I have a lot of other speakers coming up and contributing. But this channel is mostly for people who are looking for overcoming your challenges. And I mean, if you are very comfortable, want to look at things in a different light, I'm giving you some experience and of how I have gone through, and my the speakers coming up here will also share their side of the story. So please, I'm not saying please, like and subscribe to my channel, okay? And tomorrow I have another show coming up with another person, Mr. Aaron Andy. He's going to talk on another topic, which is about killing cancer, not people. Okay, and there will be a few more coming up. I will make my announcements on this channel and through my Facebook. So once again, from DOMCR current solution, situation, I wish you all the best. Thank you.